What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Please excuse the stock wheel look on the truck right now as the black rhinos are off, getting some love from some Chick-fil-A curb rash. But today we're finally upgrading the rear shocks on my 2018 Silverado. Alright guys, so if you are new to the channel, this is my 2018 Silverado. It is four-wheel drive. It is not the Z71 package or anything like that. But what we've done suspension-wise to this truck so far is a 2.5-inch MotoFab leveling kit up front. And then we ended up going with some MotoFab upper control arms as well. But then in the rear, we did a 2-inch lift block kit, and then we've never done anything since. And since I've done the rear blocks, I get hella questions all the time asking me if I've ever bought like the shock extensions and or if I have replaced the shocks with something longer to accommodate for the 2-inch block kit, and I haven't. I put the lift block kit on probably with about 2,000 miles on this truck. I got about 32,000 right now, so I'm running about 30,000 miles with a 2-inch block kit in the rear and nothing else. And honestly, I don't have any complaints. Just regular driving down the road, I don't feel it unless like you hit some crazy potholes or if you do any kind of off-roading. I don't really do off-roading in this truck, but like unpaved paths, anything that has a lot of uneven terrain that, you know, the axle needs to flex on, the stock shocks are already maxed out all the way, so they have no more room, so you could feel it then. But other than that, I haven't had any issues, but I felt like it was finally time to buy some shocks and upgrade them and see how they are compared to the stock ones with the 2-inch block kit in the rear. So we went with a set of Bilstein or Bilstein. I apologize for my pronunciation. I'm not 100% sure how you say it. We went with a set of Bilstein 5100 series shocks, and this is for a 2 to 5-inch lift kits for the Chevy 1500s. You can get these in two different styles, for a 0 to 2-inch lift kit or a 2 to 5. So I chose the 2 to 5. We'll see when we extend this thing how much larger this shock is compared to the stock ones. Then obviously we'll do a quick install and then we'll go for a drive to see how they, I guess, see how they feel. So, and then real quick, I got to move the trucks to the center of the driveway. I don't drive this thing, so it hasn't been driven since literally like last Wednesday. So we'll give you a little quick 80-degree cold start on the exhaust. Hope y'all like that. It's time to get started. Alright guys, here's one clapped out Chevy shock after about 30,000 miles. Check this out. First off, it's like hollow. You press it in. Does not require a whole lot of pressure at all. It does not even decompress. It's straight up not moving at all. It's just stuck there. You physically have to pull it apart. That's insane. I'm gonna cut this open. We're gonna see how these new, oh my God, just look at that. Alright, and that's the difference between this Bilstein 5100 for a 2 to 5-inch lift and the stock Chevy one. Let me see if I can even press this one in, the Bilstein. I mean, I can, but you could see my scrawny ass arm struggling here. This is awesome. And as soon as I let go, it pops right back up. Yes. Comes right back up to you. That thing is clapped the F out. All right, I'm gonna get this thing on. Yeah, I'm gonna get this thing on. Interestingly enough, I wish I was just recording the other side. When I had the truck jacked up with the shock, the tire was coming off the ground. As I unbolted the stock shock, you see the axle dropped a little bit because this shock is completely fully extended right now, and now the tire's touching the ground. So like, just kind of shows, maybe I should have done this a couple thousand miles earlier, because the axle travel has really been limited by these stock shocks. So it'll be no issue for the new Bilsteins, but yeah, so that thing's completely extended. Look how much the axle just dropped until the tire touched the ground once I got that bolt out. Tell you what, guys, that was easy. I mean, 20 minutes maybe, and I didn't even use power tools. And yes, I do have air compressors and air guns and stuff like that, but it is, oh God, I almost fell. It is 9 in the morning, and I obviously live in a townhouse right now, so I got a lot of neighbors. I'm not trying to get in trouble. So look at that though. They look good. Wonder how many comments below people are going to tell me that I installed these upside down or backwards. This is the way I did it. The words do read perfectly right there, level. So I put the boot side up top, and this is a regular exposed cylinder side on the bottom. We're going to jack this. Well, I'm curious how much more flex this thing has now. You know what I mean? Before the tires come off the ground. Oh shoot. Actually, don't know. I feel like I keep going, but I'm gonna, if I keep going, I'm probably gonna overextend these brake lines. And probably not a good idea. So I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm just gonna get the jack stands out, drop the truck, and we're gonna go for a ride. I mean, they look good, but does the ass end of this truck look a lot higher than it was before? Which is interesting, because shock absorbers are not supposed to lift the truck at all. They're supposed to absorb like road impacts and whatnot. But I do believe the clapped out shocks that were on this truck before, they weren't doing their job at all. So all of the weight of the truck was rested right on the leaf springs. It looks like these things are actually supporting a little bit. Thus, I should have measured, but it does seem like the ass end of this truck's sitting a little higher. Now, of course, they are going to wear in a little bit and probably sag a little bit more. I think they look pretty good. I think it looks good up there. Drop a comment below. Let me see if, let me know if you guys think the same. I like them. And honestly, you guys know I don't like to film and drive, so that's why I didn't. So I drove to this location. Probably only 5 miles, honestly, but to be completely, like plain with you guys, if that makes sense. I just don't want to say honest too many times. It feels different. It feels buttery smooth. It feels more stiff, but it feels so smooth at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe, what's a good word for it? Like, it feels like I'm driving my Buick. I'm just kind of floating, but it does feel more stable. Stable. That's probably the word for it. Stable. I probably should have replaced these shocks, I don't know, like 2 years ago when I put the lift block kit on the rear, but hey, better late than never, so they're on. These shocks here, 250 bucks for the pair. Nothing too crazy. So far, I like it. Honestly, gonna drive back home, torque all the bolts down again, make sure they are nice and tight. I'm actually gonna hang my spare tire because I haven't had that on for like 2 years. The stock wheels on, taking a road trip this weekend. Should probably have a spare that matches, so I think that's all I got for you guys. I'll definitely give you a review after I drive with these things for a couple thousand miles. That's all I got for you guys. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe, join the family, join the builds. Check out Motivated merch. We got new apparel and a bunch of new stuff coming out here soon. And I'll see y'all guys next video. Peace.